Hi guys, this video is still going to be about Kiro, but it's going to be a little bit more technical in the sense that we're going to talk about kernels. Fast fetch shows us that we're on Liquorix, and that's a strange name. Almost something we could call it a candy or some kind of thing, right? But no, it's not candy at all. Liquorix kernel, right? Best to add kernel. So basically, that's where you need to read and read and read. How did I come to this selection? So a little bit of history. First of all, 10 years on pure Arch, right? There is no Arch kernel anymore at this point in time on my machine. But 10 years of ArchLinux, stable ArchLinux, no issues, right? Switch from time to time to LTS, the guys who know me from the ArchLinux world with ALCI, with the Zen kernel and the LTS kernel, and we have even a Xenmod kernel. So there are choices, right? Ctrl-Alt-T, sudo pacman. Sudo pacman, there it is, right? That's one of the choices. But these are all the others. No, not that one. Ctrl-C. All right, sudo pacman, let's try that again. Tab and tab. Well, right. Now all the firmware bits to the left is something else, right? But all the rest, there's a CachyOS board, there's the LTS, the RC, the Linux LTS, the mainline, the RT, Tachyon, never installed it, right? And like if you're on CachyOS, for example, and this ATT that we have developing can go and travel to anywhere, right? Then yes, you can spend a month or two maybe, and then maybe, right? Maybe you've installed and tested all of these kernels. All of those guys can be installed, but not those guys here, because that's for AMD and I have an Intel, right? But you can test them all, install them all. It's a matter, and I think that's the main thing in kernels. It's a personal preference, and it's often a story of white and black. No, not that kernel, this kernel, right? And my message is clear: test it out. This Liquorix thing is super fast on my machine. It's my choice for my machine, right? I've been testing the Linux CachyOS and the CachyOS board as well. And as a matter of fact, at this point in time, if you type kernel, I have them installed as well, right? So I switch, when I boot up, I switch between this one, that one. And honestly, it doesn't feel any faster or worse or slower, right? It feels the same. So the decision was, of course, based, well, first on gut feeling, right? This is better, right? There was a huge difference between the ArchLinux kernel and the Liquorix, or the LQX, maybe in short. And that felt like a race machine again, right? 5-year-old PC, yes, it's working again. So it's a step up for me anyway, right? That's important to know for me. So how did we derive to all those conclusions? Well, I've updated our ATT, our ArchLinux Tweak Tool, made sure that wherever I go, I can install the kernel that I want on whatever we're booting on, systemd boot, GRUB, Limine, refined, and tell them that's the default, right? So in that development period, in those weeks, I was installing all kinds of Linux kernels and testing them out and playing with them. And it is only when I looked at PrismLinux, right? There are so many nice distros out there, so have a look around before you decide for Kiro. PrismLinux, a modern high-performance Arch-based distribution, right? We my website as well, right? With all beautiful things, right? We'll sell it, we'll try to sell our stuff, but in the end, try it out and decide if you like it or not. And it's, I think, here that we've found, oh yeah, true, there is a Liquorix kernel. Let's try that one, right? And that's why in the end, right, we're also going to decide to use this kernel. And it sets us a little bit apart is another reason, right? CachyOS has his kernels, and then Arch has their kernel. Well, we have our kernel, and that's all good. The thing is, and that's something I don't know beforehand, before we release, right? Will this kernel, the Liquorix kernel, boot up on your machine? It boots on my machines, plural, but maybe not on your machine, right? So that depends on the hardware. So we'll have to wait and see what the response is there. Once you boot up, you've seen me do it now 3 times. Ctrl-Alt-E, right? Launch the ArchLinux Tweak Tool. And don't do it double, because then it says, hey, there is already one open, right? And just click whatever you want, right? If you want to have the Linux Zen, if you trust the Linux Zen, fine. Headers will be installed as well. Just to be sure, here's the remove Linux CachyOS board. Just remove it again. Voila, it's out of my system. If we wait a little bit. So this is the selling point, I hope, right? For ArchLinux Tweak Tool, you see what happens to your machine. You see it here when you open in a terminal, and this one is actually where it happens, right? It opens up Alacrity. You see, yeah, it gets removed, successfully removed. All right, done. Close, and I have still my own kernel, right? So if you type kernel or kernels in plural, both will work. That's the one and the only one that I have to boot up with. If you want to have a little bit more technicality to the story, that's possible. I believe that if you go to Kiro ISO, look at all the files that I've kept. I thought that may be interesting. So if you go to GitHub Kiro Dupes, some kind of name, Dupes, Dubois, right? Some creation back in the days. You'll see here these things are shared. Distro testing, best practices MD, IDs MD, Kiro versus Arch MD, Kiro versus CachyOS, Kiro versus Prism. And I've made a new one. What changed to the ISO is certainly interesting, I think. I should read it myself again. Here's Liquorix MD. I thought I made, let's see. Yesterday I told him in preparation of this video is go and see what's so special about the Liquorix kernel. So if we open it up here, that's the changelog, the last thing that we've done. We are 26, that's 25. So it has to be this one or that one. Yesterday, right? Distro testing. Maybe this one. Where did I put it then? Anyway, right, so there is information shared, like this one. This is Kiro versus Prism. Config research. So basically I told Claude, let's have a look around, look over the fence. How did DevOS do it? How did Garuda do it? How did PrismLinux do it? And CachyOS did it, right? Based on those 4, I think, maybe, and of course Arch. I'll go in there and go with SSH, which is probably going to be a tutorial. If you want it, let me know in YouTube or in Patreon if you would like to have an informational video on SSH, which basically means I have 2 computers. I log into with a kind of tunnel, right? Log into another system, and I run all kinds of scripts in that system to see what's going on, is everything is installed. So there's a complete backend. When I developed Kiro, well, the new Kiro, right? And I do all kinds of tests. Is this installed? Is it enabled? Is it changed? Are all the settings that we intended, have they been applied? Or all the files that we needed to remove, have they been removed, right? All those checks, really thorough check. And without Claude, it would take hours or days. But with Claude, it's easy, right? So it gives us a comparison on in security, in setting. That's important. Good that I see it. before we made this study and how to get the best ISO out there, right? That was the goal. I don't know if I succeeded, right? But it feels good. Anyway, for me, right? Again, for me, this kernel, my PC, my hardware. But what was I going to say? Yeah, that it needed to be any operating system or iPad or tablet, I mean, or smartphone, right? What does it need? It needs security, it needs speed, and its ability. I said to him, that's what I want. I'm not focused on games. I also said that, I think, in the beginning. I'm not focused on games. I get squeezy when images are flashing. After 15 minutes, I'm out. So that means that's not my goal. But I want to have a snappy system. I want to have a responsive system. And when I click, it has to be there. Not click and there, right? It's too long. There's this kind of gut feeling what I went for to say I'm gonna take this particular kernel. So have a look at this more technical stuff and about technical information that is set. The Prism changes. Prism has this as value, Kiro has that as value, and it digs deep into the engines. Well, it's less kernel. Well, some of them are, right? There are kernels. Oh, sorry. There are kernel things in here, but there's also other stuff that's not so related with kernels. I think SetRAM, yeah. So voila. Kiro is stricter, so he gives me advice about swappiness and all that. And in the end, we get the summary, improvements apply to Kiro. I said, okay. So basically, he took a look at all these Arch-based systems around me. I said, okay, let's take that, let's take this, let's take that. And I tried, and I tried, and I changed, and I tried, voila. And the end result is now Kiro, right? So I've tested also in VirtualBox, so an SSH connection to the virtual machine, and then go ahead and all kind of tests that I did. 93 passes, 1 won, 1 failed, and then we figured out, oh, we didn't write it right. It wasn't okay in the sense that something failed, and then we looked again. In this case, is benign, right? We forgot to remove Kiro Calamares config, so the user got that. That's not the intention, so, right? All kinds of auditing things that we've perfected over dozens, if not 20 tests and more, just to figure out, is Kiro ready, right? So have a look around. There is probably more that I haven't told. This is the kernel as such. Online, you can quickly check this. One of the things, voila, when I see something, I can start again. So this is the main selling point, I think, the tick rate. We are 3 times faster than the Arch core repo, basically. How much, how fast can he process things, and also how fast can he shut things down? I mean, like responsiveness. Stop immediately or say, no, you have to wait a little bit, and now I'll give the CPU some instructions, right? So instant response from the CPU is something that really struck me when I changed from the ArchLinux kernel to this one, right? And it's in here somewhere, I think, as well, in the comparison between Kiro versus Arch, maybe, if Liquorix was already there at that point in time, right? All kinds of things. No, this is still another study, not about, not about kernels, but about other things, systemd enable stuff and all that. So if you're interested already, you can have a look at this. What changed to the ISO? I guess I'll need to update this probably, because it's written 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago, pretty accurate, but still I'm gonna ask him to check again if there's some things that we miss. But yeah, we've tuned it in so many ways, right? Not only in a kernel. There are so many settings in our sysctl, if you know what it is. And there is power profiles, which is called tuned, and tuned PBD. where you can set balanced or performance, right? So all of these things, as well as the CachyOS, where are you? The settings of CachyOS. Voila. It means that I need to update this because that's also something that's in here what changed. So sure, this is not the ISO from May. I just didn't change the name, right? But it is totally different ISO. All right. Cheers.